they don't know my name. I get through the pain, taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain, taste sweet on my face.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. A good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Jalen Richard, the ball.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Carr, it's a screen to Richard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
He went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 5-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carson. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Second and 7 at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down and 1.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
At the 31-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Hey, hey. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check it.
On first down, Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Carson
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
at the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The 32-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Crosby on the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Ain't doing nothing.
Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. They'll run the screen with Carson. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
Wilson. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore.
Wilson.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. On first down, Wilson. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50, and he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
10 at the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
2 yards on the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Littleton on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Check, check. Watch the pass. 44 is the mark. 44 is the mark.
This time Wilson will throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Carr. That's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down.
Carr now on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 11 yards.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They run again with Carson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Chris Carson. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
On third down. It's Carson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Wilson's pass.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. That's complete to Richard, the running back.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Made by Jonathan.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They run for it with Carson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
At the 47-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way.